welcome to the Woolly Closet. My name is Gwen and I'm coming to you from the Netherlands where I live with my daughter, my husband and my two little budgies. Today is the 20th of March 2025 and it's my daughter's birthday. She turned 12 today. Yesterday we had her little, what do you call this in English? A kids party. Unfortunately, one of the girls got sick with a stomach bug, so she couldn't come with us. But the other two were really excited, so me and my husband took them to a local venue where we did we started with a little lunch after school with fries and a snack, and then we had one round of laser gaming and one round of karting, and it was the very first time my daughter and her friends got into a kart. I know they like to play Mario Kart, but real karting is something entirely different. My husband and I joined as well. Of course, I knew beforehand I could never beat my husband. I did beat him with the laser game. I was the best one. I hit the most people and got shot the less. But with karting, my husband, he's done it before and I've only done it twice. And those 2 times were before I had my driver's license. And the last time I did that was more than 13 years ago. So, and then the funny thing, I got in that kart and that man came up to me from the venue and he said, "Well, your legs are too short. So I'm going to give you a child booster seat." Then I had to get out of the cart. Well, if you've ever been in a cart, you know it's very tight and I'm not as flexible as I used to be. So it was a bit of a trouble getting in and out of the damn thing, but I made it work. So I got in that booster seat, but it was very uncomfortable because those booster seats are made for tiny children's butts. And even though I have kitty legs, I do not have a kitty butt. So... but I made it work. At least I was able to reach the pedals with my feet. Yeah, so when I got around the track and I got a little used to it, I went full force and I ended up being second. My daughter really loved it and her other friends too, so it was real fun. And she told me that if we ever do this again, she would like to go 2 rounds. I don't know if I'm up for that because karting does look easy, but there is no steer force control extra like you have in your car. So you really have to turn the wheel. Oh, I feel it. My shoulder is a bit sore. Yeah, and my other one as well, but this one's worse because you go around the bend on the right side most of the time. But it was real fun. Right, it's been a while since I've been here. Life got really busy with stuff, and also I had to stop with my medication because it made me really depressed and I didn't feel like doing anything at all. I am still med free, but next week they will deliver new stuff, of which I'm really afraid. And I don't know if I will be able to record anything then. So I thought now is the time, and now I have a small window, so let's just do this. Now two. Right, why don't we just get started, shall we? I am not wearing anything knit. Well, I am wearing something knitted, but are you on? You are on. I am wearing something knitted, but it's a store-bought sweater. So yeah, can't take any credit for that, but I really like this one. Starting to get warmer outside, so my thick knits, they are back in the closet for now. And I don't really have summer knits. I really want to knit a sweater by, what's her name? She's an amazing knitwear designer. Well, can't look on my phone because I'm recording with my phone. I'll put it on the screen. I have the yarn for it. It's a cotton viscose linen blend. So I think that will be in my next cast on if I ever finish anything, because finishing things at the moment is hard. I do have one finished object, and that was a test knit I applied for. I made the Zigzag Zen pillow by Anina Juti. I hope I pronounced that right. There is also a Zigzag Zen blanket when you can use your mini skeins for. I chose to use a Drops Charisma for the grey, and the colors I used are my very first hand spons, and they are not good enough to knit clothes from, at least in my opinion, but they are fine for stuff like a pillowcase. So this is what it looks like. If I can capture that because it's a little big. This is the first side, and then this is the other side. This is actually the same skein as on this side, but as you can see, it's starting to change color. So, yeah. So it was really fun. I added a zip by hand. You can see it here. Looks really neat on the outside. Don't look in the inside. I'm not a hand sewer. But yeah, I made it work. And because of the double I-cord, you can hardly tell there's a zipper in there. But I really wanted a zipper in there because I need to wash this every now and then. So yeah, it's really fun. It comes in 3 sizes. I don't think it's out yet, but it will be soon. Great stash buster, great mini skein user upper, great hand spun user upper. This Drops Charisma is really ancient stash. I knitted a sweater for my husband for it, what, 6 years ago, maybe already? 7 even? I'll put it in the screen when that was. It's his favorite sweater. It's really workhorse yarn. And that sweater still looks brand new. So I don't think I have ever depilled it. So it's great yarn that Drops Charisma. And the handspun is also really great. It's wol met verven. Yes, wol met verven. And the other one was To the Fleece from Het Wolbeest. So 2 Dutch yarn dyers. Yeah, really love this pillow. I think there will be more, but not right now. I am, however, on a pillowcase kick, I think you call it that way. But more on that later. My other, no, there are no fun. No, I have one. I will call it a finished object because yes, I can't remember if I've shown it before, but yeah, I have one finished bobbin of my Out of the Dark Mal by Marina Skewer. This is Skewer Blend Solace in the color Berry. I am working on the second braid for this spin on my new spinning wheel, but like I said, no time or nothing moved. So I think when the weather really turns warmer, I will spin more, I think. I spun more last year when it was warmer then, so I think I'll pick it up when it's warmer again. Right, so that's that. Before you ask, a few episodes back I was making my daughter a field beret by Camilla Vade. I was struggling with that pattern. It is no more. I absolutely hated knitting on it. That pattern just didn't feel right. I couldn't make it work. It hurt my hands. So I told my daughter, I'm very sorry. I just can't do it. So I frogged it and it's now gone. Quite weight has been lifted off my shoulders. So that's one whip that is no more. All my other whips. Well, I have quite a few. First off is my Bergen sweater. I have finished the body. It is quite oversized and heavy. I did 2x2 rib, but I made it a split hem just because I like split hems. I still need to figure out what to do with the neckline, and then I have to do the sleeves, but the sleeves are quite wide. Can I have to look what I'm doing. Quite wide, as you can see. Um, yes, but this kind of hurts my hands because you use 7mm US 10 and a 6mm US 10 and a 7mm, which I don't know the US one for a 10.5. So I knit on it in bursts. So then I knit a day and then I put it down for like 3 days and then I pick it back up. And that's the way I can make it work. I am using Svartavaret socks held double. So 2 colorways. Do I have those? Hang on. And I just picked up my needles and it's a US 10.75 that I used. So it's quite a big needle. I use these 2 colors held double. They're really fun. I really love the pinky one. It's Svartavaret socks, like I said. Edna sent this yarn to me for free to try out because this is of the new spring patterns released by Svartavaret Garn. Do I have the name for it? No, of course not. But all their patterns are for free to be found on the Edna website in all kinds of languages. I will put the link in the description box down below. And there's a discount code for 30% off all yarns, still valid until the 24th of March 2025. If you use the code the Woolly Closet at the checkout in the discount box, you get 30% off. So it might be worth it to have a look and maybe buy some spring and summer yarns if you like. So it's almost over that discount code. So still working on it every now and again. I'm not gonna finish it before the cold weather is gone, but yeah, maybe next year I will be able to wear it. My daughter has also shown an interest. It looks really huge on her, but we will see. I'll just finish it and then I'll decide what to do with it. Also, of course, my mom is also next in line because she saw it and she really likes it too. I gave her one of my sweaters once because the raglan was too deep for me. It was knit bottom up and I just couldn't make it work for me. But she wears it all the time and she's very happy with it. Other works in progress. Of course, I am still working on my brother's scarf. This is also a free pattern. It's the Massif Scarf, Le Massif Scarf by Espace Tricot. And well, as you can see, I've come a long way already, but it's still not long enough. I decided that this little marker here is my halfway point. So yeah, I still have a ways to go. But this has been my little saving grace the past few weeks because this is so easy and so mind relaxing that I tend to grab this in the evenings in front of the telly and then I just knit away on it and then I have a few more centimeters every few days, so that's nice. I am hoping to finish it for this bleh, words. I can tell I haven't been talking to a lot of people in a while. I'm hoping to finish this before the 28th of June because that's when his birthday is and I'm trying to give it to his birthday. I know it's a winter scarf given on a summer birthday, but I don't think he minds. I wouldn't mind. Then he can wear it in the fall, autumn. I'm using drop snort for this in black and grey and red. Old ancient stash. Also living in this cute rabbit house. Oh, I don't remember. I'll put it in the screen what bag this is. I haven't done my research before filming, as you can tell. Right, then my book blankets. Yes, I've been reading quite a lot, and even have the chance of getting in a new square today because I finished my other book last night. So it's turning quite cute already, I think. So Kingdom of Ash, Silent Companions, Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Kingdom of the Feared, and another kingdom. I can't remember them. There was a trilogy, and I read them. And then a book my husband really wanted me to read. This was The Silent Patient. I liked it, but I saw the plot twist coming a mile away. My husband, of course, did not. That's why he liked it so much. But I thought it was a bit meh. And then Throne of the Fallen, which is part of the Kingdom of the Wicked universe. And now I have finished the first book of The Plated Prisoner, which is called Glint, which is mostly black, grey, yellow, gold stuff. So, and there are 6 books in that, so the next few squares will probably look a bit alike, but I don't care. If you like to join along in this book blanket make along, either knit or crochet a square, and then based on the cover of your paper book, ebook, or audio book. I don't care. I don't care if you knit it or crochet it. Anyway, make a yarn square or fabric square and use the hashtag the woolly book blanket on Instagram or Fable or Threads or Blue Sky or TikTok and show me. There are a few people who have joined me already, even on Fable and on Instagram. So yeah, please show us your books and tell us a bit about them, and it might inspire us to put some books on our wish list as well. This is a endless make along because I don't read. Oh, it doesn't look like it, but reading a book takes time. So some books are bigger than others. So I don't know when this blanket will be finished, but at least a year is needed for something of a lap, throw, anything. So this might be 3 years worth of make along. So if you like to join us, you can still, by any means, do. All right, my cast-ons then, because I have a few new projects. These are the old ones. Put them right there. I have 2. Yes, I have 2. I have, this one has been changed, swapped out. I know there was a new project for a similar bag, but I gave it up. The yarn is in my stash now, and I will probably make something else with it because I just couldn't be bothered. It was getting boring, and that's what I do. If I don't like my project, I just rip it out, put it back in my stash, and then the yarn will become something else instead of letting it languish, and I feel bad about it. So I'd rather just put it back and then make something else. But in this huge bag, which by the way I made myself, is I'll explain. This bag is Poppins bag, based on the Mary Poppins bag, you know, and this one where you get the plants and the coat stand, coat rack, hat stand. There's a hair on my. From the Mary Poppins movie, that carpet bag we all love to have someday. A person called Kedito on Instagram made this bag. On her Instagram, there's also a recipe you could follow to make this bag. I figured it out myself by looking really carefully at her pictures. It's just 2 really big squares and 2 still big but smaller squares, and then crochet together in a manner. She will explain it on her Instagram highlights. You can find it in her highlights on her profile. The clasp I got from AliExpress. And I think the handle thingy also. Sometimes there's no other way. And I used all scrap yarn that I had of my crochet blankets making days. And this is Drops Bell mostly, and Drops, oh, what's it called? Drops Cotton Viscose. Took me a minute, but I got there. And in here is my Stella Quilt blanket. Here's a picture. Mine will look very different because I also got the Stella Quilt expansion, which means you can make your own quilt inspired blanket. And I took my inspiration from someone on Instagram. And I also think it's used in the Klint shawl by Natasha Hornby. And I also think it's a regular quilt blog you can find online. I don't know what it's called. So if you do know what this quilt blog is called, please let me know. I made a little sketch of it, and my quilt panel will look like this. And this is how far I've gotten so far. You can see it's starting to take shape. I know it looks a little wonky, but with blocking this will all be stretched out and straight as it can possibly be. I am using again Deep Stash for this. We went on a holiday to Texel with my parents a few years ago already. I think it's in episode 2 of the podcast where we go, or 3, 2 or 3, where we go to Texel and I show you a bit of our holiday there. And I bought some yarn, and my mother bought me some yarn, which is this. I have 3 colors in multiple skeins. This is a bit of a frazzled one. Yeah, this better. Is it the same? It's the same. Of course, it's the same. It's the grayer one. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I have 3 colors of this. Tesselse schapenwol. I know it's been rebranded now. I'll put the name for the rebranding on the screen. This one is called Brandingwit, Schelpengrijs, and Sluftegrijs. And it's 100% wool, tassel wool. It's scratchy. It does have lanolin in it, I think. It feels like it does. So I always knew this would be a blanket. I just didn't know yet what kind of blanket. So when that Stella Quilt blanket came out, I really loved it. And I really wanted to make it with this. But then the expansion came out and I saw some other versions, and then the Klint shawl came out, and that's when I knew, oh, I need to do this. But I needed a 4th color, so I decided for a color pop, and I bought some Yarbo wool, which is kind of similar in feel to this, equally scratchy. It's a little thicker, but I don't think it will be a problem in the long haul. Can I show them together like that? Oh, yeah. I don't know if it blooms a lot or well, yeah. So yeah, it's just a little bit thicker than the other one, but I don't think it will be a problem. I'm really enjoying this. It does take me a bit of brain work because I have to figure out which direction I have to start the square. There are like 4 different ways to knit a square into the block, and you have to figure out which of those 4 parts of the pattern you have to choose, because sometimes you start right here and knit this way, and sometimes you need to go in another direction. So it's yeah, it's slow going, but it's really nice. I really like working on it, but I have to not be overly tired and need to plan birthday parties and grocery shopping and all that kind of stuff. Because of course this weekend will be party time. So yeah, I'm thinking next week will be Stella Quilt week, and make some progress on that. So I couldn't work on the Bergen sweater because my hands hurt. I couldn't work on the Stella Quilt blanket because I had no brain space, and the scarf was boring me. So I decided to finally get my basket of mini skeins, which has been staring at me. It's beside the couch right there. You saw it probably in the intro. At first, I thought these mini skeins needed to become a sweater, help with mohair. But then I thought, I don't think I will wear that. So it just stood there waiting for me to think of something. And then the Zigzag Zen pillowcase came along, and then I thought, well, maybe I could knit with it a pillowcase for my couch. I have a lot of pillows, and they're all boring. And but these skeins have been 3 things already, and then it finally hit me. Well, maybe you just need to crochet some pillowcases. So I will start with one crochet pillowcase, and then we'll see what's next. So I caked up mostly the speckled mini skeins for this project, and I will keep my solids for maybe a colorwork pillowcase or a Stella Quilt pillowcase. I also have that pattern. I don't know yet, but I made 4 squares now that are finished. This is the Astrid pillow, but of course that pillow also has no zipper, and I want my pillows to have a zipper because I want to wash them. But I think they look really cute, and I think they will look amazing. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh no. They're doing some road work. I hope you can't hear that. Well, I'm almost done anyway with this. I did make some new beginning of rounds. So yeah, I'll work on that probably today some more. I am using my Olivia and Oliver Fibers advents from 2021 and 22, and one advent from Het Wool-based 2024. I still have some skeins to do, caking up the mini skeins. I hate winding yarn. Oh my gosh. Not one of my favorite activities, but every now and then I'll just add another mini skein to the cake mix. They're really cute, aren't they? Okay, so I think that's it for now. I have no real plans for the future. Just trying to get stuff done for now. And summer is coming. Irene Lynn, that was her name. That was the summer knit I wanted to try. It's a summer brainwave. Oh well. This is going to be noisy, I think, the rest of the day. They're going to do some sewage works in our street, and we are up next. So I don't know how long it's going to be until I can record a new podcast. We will see. I hope it won't be too noisy and I can record somewhere somehow. But I hope to see you soon. Happy knitting, happy crocheting, happy crafting. Yeah, this might be a little bit of an erratic episode. I don't know. See you again next time. Bye. Zijn we klaar?